All right, good morning, folks. How are you today? I do hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be more towards the combat side of things. So far, we've covered a little bit of just the basic courier running stuff, given federal, the federal rank grind and the imperial rank grind, and we've covered a bit about some other stuff. So today we're gonna do combat. We're gonna just do some basic low tier, entry tier stuff. First things first, we need to build a combat ship. We're looking at no engineering, which is coming in a later video, I promise. It's coming in a later video. We're getting there. We haven't gotten there yet. Um, we're gonna look at statting out the ship first. We want low cost, we want a low rebuy, and we want basically as much staying power and firepower as we can fit onto it. So we're looking at probably the Eagle or the Cobra Mark III. However, we'll get to that in a minute. In addition to which ship we're going to be using, we are going to be looking at what to look for and what to equip said ship with. And then once we get down to it, where to go. You're looking at bounty hunting, that means we're looking at combat bounty vouchers, which is a specific type of reward in the game. If you're looking at, well, since we're doing bounty hunting, we're talking about bounty vouchers. There's two ways to get them. One, through missions, specifically assassination contracts, or mass murder contracts, depending on your persuasion. And then there's res sites and nav beacons, where you just go and scan random ships that show up to see if they are wanted. But we will cover all of that as we go. First things first, we need to go get a ship. So let's go get started. I am presently not, we're on my main account's carrier. We're going to use the main account to do this today, as opposed to the alt, which means we have access to pretty much everything in the game. That also being said, I understand this is a beginner's guide. We're looking at seeing how to most easily get into it from the get. So we've already picked our destination. We already know where we're headed to go buy it. Let's go and get there.
Landing clamps disengaged. Departure confirmed.
And I will see y'all in a couple moments. Alright, and we're back. We have reached our destination station. We are going to actually get up and out of the ship for this next part. Because I find getting up and out of the ship to buy a whole new ship livens the experience by a lot. Oh, hey, there's the entrance. Yes, the paint's a little musty. Or icky. Oh well, I like it. Anyhow. Come down to the concourse. This station is unique in the galaxy, in which you can pretty much get everything here, on top of it being at a discount. But you need to be elite in at least one skill rating. out of the 6 available skill ratings that there are in the game to get access here. Anyhow,
Wonderful. Let me help you find
hi.
the No
Yes,
rush.
we like to look at ship, what you have available. Oh, purchase ships. That's what we're doing. So, early on you have, or there's a couple options. The most, or the lowest cost ship available for just pure combat is the Core Dynamics Eagle. However, if that is too, or not really your speed, the Imperial Eagle is an option, as is the Viper and the aforementioned Cobra Mark III. We are going to build the Cobra Mark III for this today. We're going to store the current ship because I don't want to give that up. Okay, and we now own a Cobra Mark III.
Thank you for choosing Interastra.
Of course, thank you. Now, technically, the Cobra Mark III is a multi-purpose ship. It can be put to use on multiple methods, multiple ways. However, while it will do all of them, as long as it's built correctly for each, it may not perform as well as a dedicated combat ship will. Now, where's the boarding ramp? Is it up front, or do we have to go back? Yep, we're up front. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to take a moment and actually look at the build in EDSY. How are we going to put this thing together? So, we come grab the Cobra Mark III, and we get this page. We're going to go ahead and clear everything out. Even the auto dock and the Super Cruise Assist. Because on a combat ship, those tend to get in the way. Now, life support. We're going to go to 3 Delta. It's lighter weight, but provides a longer duration than an E-rate. An E-rated. FSD, we're going to go ahead and grab a standard size 4A. I'm not going to worry about an SCO drive. We really don't need it for now. Thrusters, you want them to be as good as possible. So we're looking at 4As. Power plant, also as high as possible that you can rate it, because the combat ship typically ends up being extremely power hungry. I'm going to go with reinforced hull armor on this ship. It's the balanced form factor between military grade and the standard lightweight. It's not quite as maneuverable as lightweight, but not quite as heavy as, or as sturdy as military grade. It's right in the bloody middle. We're not quite ready to pick our hard points yet. We'll get there in a moment. Utility mounts. We want a heatsink launcher, because we will probably end up overheating a couple of times. And we will want a kill warrant scanner. We're doing bounty hunting. Every ounce of money we can eke from every kill we take, or we make, is a good thing. The kill warrant scanner will let us scan whatever target we have and be able to ping bounties from other systems and other factions. Next, we need a shield. Scroll down here. Again, we are looking at EDSY. I'm going to grab a biweave. Something that can get, or be knocked down and come back up faster than, say, a 4 Alpha. Next, hull reinforcements. I'm going to grab a pair of 4 Deltas. We're going to put a module reinforcement or 2. Then, because we're going to have to travel with this ship, that's going to get a fuel scoop. These, we could probably kit one of those with a Super Cruise assist. The other, just because it'll sometimes come into play, is going to be an FSD interdictor. Sometimes you'll find the target that you're looking to pull or hunt for an assassination mission in Super Cruise, and it'll be easier to get or to just yank them out of Super Cruise with an interdictor than it will be to hunt down the signal source that they're heading to. Now, for weapons, there's a bunch of different types. To start out, my recommendations are actually the same things you fired in the opening sequences of the game. Burst lasers and multi-cannons, both being gimbaled. So we're going to grab little teeny tiny size 1 burst lasers, put those on the nose in the size 1 slots. Then for the size 2s, we're going to come down here and grab multi-cannons. We're using gimbaled, not turrets. Again, middle of the road on track assist. So there we go. Total cost that we're looking at here to build this ship as is 6.25 million approximately. Yes, you can build this or build a ship to do this job cheaper. I misspelled that. Oh well. For instance, if we were to go with the Eagle, again with the bi-weave, we'll grab a hull reinforcement there, and another hull reinforcement there. 3 smalls. We're going to go with two multis and a burst laser. Power plant, going to cycle up to a 2 alpha. Don't have access to this 3A enhanced performance plant engines yet. We'll get there. 3A FSD, 1 Delta life support, 2 alpha power distributor. Sensors, we're going to go with a 2 alpha. Utility mount, this one we want just the heatsink, because we will run the risk of overheating. In the size 1 slots, we actually want to split those between a scoop, another hull reinforcement, and a pair of module reinforcements. Or leave off one of the module reinforcements and drop your Super Cruise assist in it. Whichever floats your boat the best. Go with power prioritization. To deal with that. That's how you could do it here with the Eagle. Price or final purchase price here of only $1 million. 1.6 million credits. So you're still going to end up running with your Sidewinder for a while you get stuff up. But at least you have your options. We are building that Cobra we talked about just a few moments ago. So, working off of this, let's go ahead and start outfitting. Starport services, outfitting. So we are in the ship. Hey, it came with a pair of burst lasers. We're going to go ahead and sell those. And get rid of them. As we have no need of them. Then, the size 2 slots are our gimbaled multi-cannons. So we come up in here, we find our gimbaled multis, we buy and equip. Then, we come down here, we grab our 2 size 1 gimbaled burst lasers. Utility mounts. We need a heatsink. And a kill warrant scanner. Going ahead, grabbing a size, not size B or size A, but grabbing a size Delta. Core internals. That is being our reinforced hull. Power plant. Going up to a 4 alpha. Yes, I have access to Guardian hybrid power plants here. They provide more juice, but they will cover how to unlock them in a later video, along with how to unlock every other Guardian module there is. Sell the current module. Thrusters. Replace with 4 alphas. Selling current module and golden. FSD. Once again, we're using a standard 4 alpha frameshift drive. Don't need the SCO on this. If at a later point you want to include an SCO drive on it, you can. That's fine. I am not going to include one on this build, nor on the build I put in the video description below. Which is just going to be the build that I'm building here. Okay, 3 Delta life support. Power distributor. We forgot to upgrade this in the map above, or in the build, so I will update that. But we're going with a 3 alpha. Power distributor, and we're going to go with 3 alpha sensors as well. The reason for doing 3 alphas as opposed to, say, the 3 deltas, on a combat ship, you're looking at being able to keep something on target, or keep yourself on target and keep targeting something longer. So, longer range. Optionals. Here we go. Sell that cargo rack. Sell that cargo rack. And this one. The shield generator will replace here in a bit. The advanced docking computer goes away. Starting at the bottom, we have Super Cruise Assist, and we're going to grab an FSD interdictor, going with the size Delta model. Size 2 slots, we need a fuel scoop so we can actually get places without potentially running out of gas. We're grabbing a 2 Alpha. Next size 2 or the other 2 size 2 slots are going to be module reinforcements. And these 2 slots up here will be hull reinforcements. And specifically the 4 deltas if you can afford them. If you cannot, the 4 echoes will suffice until you can afford the 4 deltas. And there is our ship. We have 19 3/4 light years jump range with a refillable fuel tank. We should be fine. But now, we get to go find a place to actually go and collect bounties. So, I will be back shortly, and we will have a place to go and pick them up. Alright, we are jumping into the system we're going to work in for today. Our system of choice is a place called Yumbo. It is run by the Marauders Shadow Council player-made faction. Which also happens to be the name of the squadron that I myself am a part of. What we are looking for here is called a hazardous resource extraction site, or a resource extraction site that is rated hazardous. We got low, we got high. We're looking for a Hazres. Hazreses are going to provide more opportunity. Plus, if you are in open, as opposed to like I am right now in solo, you're likely to encounter other players in them as well. Also, going and hunting for bounties, which means you can just tag and get more. Okay. I believe there is actually a Hazres on planet 3 here. So we are going to head there. Well, actually, we're going to go ahead and set our spawn location at that starport, because that starport is right next to the planet.
Disengaged.
Once we go get there, we should be able to see. There we are. Nice hazardous resource extraction site. That's how it'll be denoted. But again, we're headed for the starport to make sure we get our respawn location there, as we don't want to end up potentially going boom, dying while we're in the zone and getting yeeted back. There's a thing about bounties though. If you die while you have a bunch of bounty vouchers, you will lose all of those bounty vouchers. They do not stick with you after death. You earn them, they are volatile. So making sure that you have ammo and that you have endurance left before you engage somebody, probably smart. Now let's make sure we have our fire groups set up, because we want the burst lasers on group 1, we want the multis on group 2. Heatsink I have a keybind for. Interdictor we can set up later. What we're doing here specifically is Hazres farming. Now, the ships I'm going to go hunting here on this video are going to be a lot smaller than what I would normally hunt in, say, my big old Corvette. So my big old Corvette has a lot higher DPS
Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely.
than this Cobra does. Deanna, request docking.
Request approved. Clear to land at docking bay 16.
Pad 16 is right there. Cool.
Ship is on the ground.
Okay.
Engaging docking restraints.
We're on the deck.
Greetings, Commander.
We're going to go ahead, repair that. We are at maximum fuel. Max ammo. We're good to go. We now have our respawn point. Let's go ahead and grab our hazardous resource extraction site. And once we get there, we will go
Landing restraints lifted.
making other ships go boom.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh yeah, we're right on the blade of the ring, too, so we're not going to see it from here. But if we were to just point straight at the Hazres from here, it would end up
Frameshift drive check.
ramming, slamming us straight into the ring. So we're going to come above it and drop down onto the ring, as opposed to trying to take it from the blade, or across the blade. Okay, now that we're here, I'm going to trigger the Super Cruise Assist. Now, for power, for your pit management, I prefer to run a 2-1-3 layout. That helps keep shield or power into my shields and yet still lets me boost and have plenty of power for weapons. So, Deanna, attack pattern Delta. I use voice attack for my pips, for power management. And for a lot of things, actually. Deanna, battle stations. There we go. Now we have our two guns out the front, 2 guns out the rear. Let's see, who are you? You're dangerous. And you're wanted. That is going to be our target. Now, actually, we're gonna add the kill warrant scanner to that first fire group. Sorry, Bubba. Oh, shields are out. Okay, we're actually going to end up having to put that on a separate fire group so we don't keep triggering it. Yes, sometimes these fights will take a while. And it may seem that you can only get so many shots off, or so much done, so many ships pulled before you have to R&R, repair and rearm. That's fine. Trust me, he will run out of banks before we run out of beam laser. See? There went his shields. He is ours. You switch to multis and just watch his hull melt. He's dead, just as his shields come back up. Cool. 261,000 credits off of that one. Now, look at how much damage we took. This ship, not really built to handle much in the way of staying power. Oh, hey. You're clean, though. As are you. So, what we're going to do at this point, because now that we have a whole new bounty there, available for redeem, we're going to go back to the starport, show you where to turn it in, or how to turn it in, rather.
Freight drive charging. 3, 2, 1, engage.
That actually wasn't a bad haul at all for that DBX. Now, repair is going to be a lot more expensive this time. Because not only are we repairing just a little bit of structural damage from hyperspace and supercruise travel, we're looking at a whole bunch of hull damage and potentially a bunch of module damage as well. Both external and internal. Because we just got in a fight. Like, we just got carved up of it. A fair chunk.
Lacey, India, Lima, Lima. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please
The
fly safe.
biggest thing you want to be able to do, eventually, once you make enough credits doing this, that is for every flight out, or every time you launch to go bounty hunting, you want to at least break even. You want the cost of the trip, the cost of munitions and repair, to be less than what you bring back. Deanna, request docking.
Scan detected.
Permission authorized. Proceed to Bay 2-1.
Deanna, landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Commence power down. You
Now,
are most welcome, Commander.
to turn in those vouchers, we're going to open up station services. We're going to grab contacts. We're going to grab administrative contact. And come down to the tab that says bounty vouchers. And now we can redeem it. We just made 261,000 credits off of that one kill. Not quite enough to count, or at least I don't believe it was quite enough to counter our flight expenses. But that's just given how much of how much punishment this ship took in the course of that fight. Now, we go and use a different ship, a higher grade or higher tier ship. The fight will run entirely differently, which I'll show you here in a couple moments. Alright, so we now have a couple of extra ships here. The Cobra that we built for this video, that we will be posting the link for the build to, is right here. We have already jumped into a Python Mark II. Now, this is kitted out as the one that you would buy, as the one directly. It is kitted out, or it is the one you would buy if you went and bought the Python Mark II Stellar pack. Comes with a whole bunch of modules already set up for everything, or for you. And I highly recommend it for getting into combat. I am, again, still going to provide you with the Cobra Mark III build, although I have changed it just slightly. I'm even going to include what engineering would be ideal for it, once, or at least I feel would be ideal for it, once you get to the point where you're engineering ships. Thank you, goodbye.
Fly safe.
Now, the big thing with going up to a larger ship is you will put out more damage. You will also have more staying power, as it were. But keep in mind, larger ships are less maneuverable than smaller ones. A larger ship will take longer to turn, whether it be a barrel roll or it be like turning side to side like a pancake, or turning end over end. All of those movements will be slower in a large, or a medium, or a large ship compared to a teeny tiny little itty bitty Python or an Eagle. But that's okay. Once you find the ship you want to fly and you want that you feel like is second nature, you will not end up flying anything but that ship for a while. And that will end up being what you build a lot of, and a lot of different ones. But anyhow, let's go hit up that Hazres again. And we'll be good to go.
Disengage from landing pad. Moderate speed on exit.
Guess we're gonna have to find that Hazres again.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, hi Phantom. There it is.
This is traffic operations, signing off.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Deanna, battle stations. Oh, look, it's an FDL. And another FDL. Oh, hey, it's a Cobra Mark III. That's wanted and is Shadow Council. Okay. Well. With the larger ship, means larger weapons, means they're gonna fall a lot faster. Deanna, attack pattern Delta.
Scan detected. Scan detected. Scan detected. Scan detected. Under attack. Shields offline. Scan detected.
See how quick that Cobra went melted? Once we could get past its shields, that is. And you're fine. You are in a Phantom. And you're wanted. Cool. You'll produce a nice fare.
Scan detected.
Go ahead and light you up a bit.
Scan detected. Target shields offline. Scan detected.
And that Phantom is dead.
Destroyed.
Right quick and in a hurry.
Scan detected.
take this Python down, then we'll take the... Phantom down as well.
Scan detected. Under attack. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Now, because he has shield cells, this is taking longer. A shield cell bank basically is portable and and heightened shield regeneration, but it's limited in its use and how much you have and what or how much it provides.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
And their shields are out. And it also costs
Scan detected.
heat. A lot of heat.
Scan detected.
Wow, I didn't realize we'd ended up in the rocks.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
Well, big go boom. And now we take out this Phantom.
Scan detected.
Had a nice bounty off of that.
Scan detected.
But this is an example of why, or how, as you get larger ships, you can tackle larger targets by yourself.
Target shields offline.
Be able to get those higher bounties to provide for them. And there go my shields.
Taking damage.
Third,
Under attack.
fourth ship target. Third or fourth target. We just barely lost our shields.
Target destroyed.
I think we're doing good there. But that's your basics on bounty hunting. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you guys next time. Fly safe out there. 07s. Live long and prosper, Hell Jumpers.